Yo, yo, yo. Hey guys. It smells like Christmas down here. You can see the person you're seeing right there in your TV screen right now on the right. You can see, Ola on his Christmas gear. But you know what? Yeah, you're welcome to Real Talk Christmas edition. My brother, Ola of the Fight Week. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, man. And yeah, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Merry Christmas to everybody that's watching right now.
Mm,
Season's greetings to
mm,
everybody right now, man. Yeah, it's that time of the year where
that time of the year.
everybody gets in debt. People get in debt,
Mm-hmm.
giving presents, being generous. But
Mm-hmm.
the state of the country right now, man. Just uh,
Yeah.
just have dinner. That that
Yeah,
that,
just
that would do.
happening it, right?
That would
I
do.
heard I heard the
Um,
gas bills are already piling up down there, man.
It's yeah, it's crazy over here in the
It's crazy,
UK, man.
man.
So
It's crazy,
yeah,
man.
as long as you get your dinner, I think
Yeah, I
that's
think
that's
that's
as much as what I mean you can hope for. So yeah, I'm happy, man.
yeah. And I hope your Christmas party went fine yesterday. Ola.
Yeah. We had a little get together, a little party, as
Mm.
organized by the missus herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on strict timeline as well today. So
It's
if
strict
as much as I
timeline,
would
yeah.
like to talk about Arsenal forever,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I'm on strict timeline by the missus, man.
By
So
the missus, yeah, exactly,
otherwise I
man.
might end up spending the rest of my Christmas in the shed.
Exactly, man. You know what? Yeah,
Nobody wants that.
We'll just go straight right into it, my brother. See, yeah, Ola. Arsenal faces West Ham at home
Mm,
tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'll be in Germany. So guys, catch me
wow.
in Berlin tomorrow. As I'll be going to some historical sites around Berlin, trying to just give you a bit of Arsenal content on the road in Berlin tomorrow. But you know
Nice.
what? I have all of the Fight Week channel down here with me to chop up this Arsenal versus West Ham. See, Ola, I'll go straight right into it with you. Arsenal West Ham.
Hmm.
What do you think about that match tomorrow, man? It's a preview show.
Bruh, about damn time. That's what I
Mm.
say. I've been missing the Premier League for so long.
Ah
I've been
man,
missing
yeah,
the Premier
true.
League for so long. Having the World Cup
Mm.
in the middle of the season, it's not something that that we're used to
That I
as
used to,
uh
right? Mm.
as Premier League fans. On the
Mm.
on the club side, it's not something that we're used to seeing. Uh, we
Mm.
we we, we get through um like African Cup of Nations,
Yeah.
Copa America. Those kind of happen in the middle of the season, but it
In the
doesn't
middle
stop the
of the
season.
yeah,
You
exactly.
just
We're
lose
already
some
used to
players.
those ones,
The
right?
players go and do what they're doing, but
Mm.
you know what I mean. It doesn't stop the
Yeah.
season. This
Yeah.
one stopped the season, and I think maybe going forward, maybe they
Mm.
want to show a little respect to those other competitions as well. If you can stop it for the World Cup, why can't you stop? You know what I mean? Why can't you stop it for Copa
Yeah.
America? Why
Exactly.
can't you
The
stop it for
disparity.
African Cup of Nations? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The international tournaments,
Mm.
and you know they should be treated as such. But look, for
As
me,
such,
I
yeah.
don't really care about international tournaments. I'm an Arsenal fan. You know what
You're
I
an
mean?
Arsenal
And
fan, right?
club football is back. Uh,
Exactly, man. It's back.
yeah,
But
club
you know
football
what?
is back.
But you know what? Yeah,
I care
Ola.
about Arsenal. That's it. That's all I care
That's it,
about.
right? But Ola, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I, in my mind, I still
Hmm.
keep thinking that I think this World Cup break came at a very, very good time for Arsenal because I started to feel like.
Hmm.
The boys that their legs are becoming a little bit tired, the momentum, the pressure, of keeping, of keeping that balance with Manchester City. I feel the pressure was getting to them, and as you can see in the last few games, we were actually trying to grind that result, mostly from that draw in St. Mary's with Southampton, and then going into that match with Wolves,
Yeah.
and see, the tired legs beginning to, show their cracks here and there. But what do you think?
Yeah, you can you
Came
can
at the right time for Arsenal to have that little rest that they do deserve.
um I don't know whether you can see it as little rest, and
Mm,
I'll tell you why. We're 14 games into the season.
okay.
We're
Yeah.
not even a third of the way.
Mm,
Just about the third of the way into the season. So I
into the
don't expect
season.
these players to be calling for rest or anything like that. These are professional footballers,
Mm,
right? But
mm,
I understand the guys that went on international duties and
yeah.
played consistently for their countries.
Mm,
Maybe those guys would have tired legs and stuff like that. But I don't think when you look at the Arsenal players,
yeah.
we didn't have that many players that went that deep into the competition.
Yeah.
So I believe everybody should be at their optimum best, at least in terms of, say, strength and conditioning,
Mm,
in terms of their cardio, and maybe not so sharp,
yeah.
because obviously they've not really played together for total of 6 weeks. So
Hmm.
we've had friendlies in between here and there, but the team itself, at least the first 11 that we normally put out, have not played as a team in about 6 weeks. So it's going to take a while. I don't want people to go into this game expecting squash buckling football, because it's going to be disjointed, because these guys are just getting themselves back together. So if you're
I
going
love
into
your
this
diction
game
now, man.
expecting squash
It's
buckling
hitting up,
football,
man.
if you go into this expecting that type of football, you're going to be disappointed. So
Yeah.
take temper your expectations. For me, I'm all about the results. I want to
Mm,
see a bit of performance, but I'm all about the result. Let's go and get the result, especially in the predicament that we're in, which I'm sure we're going to touch on in a little while.
mm,
We need a striker, but right
yeah.
now, at least until the 1st of January, we got Eddie Nketiah to
We
lead the
got
line
Eddie
for
and
us.
Katia, yeah.
And
Hmm.
who knows? Who knows what he could do? Who knows what he
Yeah.
could do? Because obviously, when he does his little celebration, he give us the
It give
he
us
give us the
now
phone
is the
credit,
time.
but
Now is
we
the
don't know
time,
whether
man.
he got any phone credit. Maybe, I don't know. All I'm praying is,
Hmm.
all I'm praying for him is to have credit on his phone. As long as
Hmm.
he's got credit on his phone, that means the ball is in the back of the net.
That means the boy,
He
yeah,
can
yeah,
say, "You
yeah.
can't call me." You know.
But you know what? Yeah, if there's any time, if there's
Mm.
any time in the world that Nketiah has, to actually portray and show to the Arsenal faithfuls and fans alike that he still got it, this is the time against West Ham. It's the biggest of all stages. Coming back from the World Cup, after the World Cup, there are lots of tired legs. Gabriel Jesus is injured. This is the time Eddie Nketiah should actually tell us, hey, you know what, yeah? Manager, I'm here. I'm here to score
Mm.
goals. What do you think? Ola? Don't you think this is the time for Eddie Nketiah to actually show and prove his worth to the Arsenal faithfuls?
Uh, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, we gave him a new contract. He got the shirt number that he wanted. So
Hmm.
these are two things that we've met. 1 minute. Let me talk to my dogs. Oi!
Yeah, they're beginning to miss you, my brother.
Yeah, they're going on fool. They're going on foolish. So yeah,
Yeah.
like I was saying,
Mm,
um, in Ketia, for me, this is the time to really put his foot down and say,
mm,
all right, boss, I know you down the main man, which is
yeah.
Jesus. But
Mm,
this is my time now to show you what I can really do. This is my
mm.
time. I don't Nketiah should be like, I don't even want to hear any suggestion of moving Martinelli into the middle.
Into the middle, right?
That's the attitude that I'd be expecting from Nketiah.
Mm,
That's the attitude
mm.
I want from him.
Yeah.
Like it should be. I don't even want to hear. Martinelli, that talk of Martinelli getting moved to central
To
until
central.
Jesus is better. No, Nketiah should be putting down his
That
marker,
pressure.
drawing that line in the sand and say, yeah, this is my spot, and I want to make it difficult for Jesus to come back into the team when he gets fit.
When he
Right?
gets free. Yeah, that's the attitude, right?
That's the type of mentality that we need. That's the type of attitude we need from Eddie Nketiah. He's got to make it difficult for Jesus to come back in the team.
In the
And
team,
who's to
right?
say that can happen? Because look, I've been there plenty of times where I'm sitting there thinking, no, I don't think this replacement that we got is good enough.
It's good
And
enough.
let me use Emi Martinez as an example for you.
Okay.
Look at Emi Martinez. You know,
Yeah.
he only got to play those games for us because the goalie that we had at the time got injured. That's how Emi
Yeah.
Martinez got in.
True.
And then look at the performances he then put forward. He made it difficult for Leno to get back in the team. If you
Yeah.
remember that Leno got injured at Brighton just before the season ended,
Yeah.
and bam, Martinez in goal. That's all she wrote. Leno couldn't get back in the team. It was
Exactly,
hard.
man.
And this is what I want to see across the team. If one player
Yeah.
comes out and the other player that comes into the team, you've got to make it difficult for the player in the same position as
In
you
the same
to come back
position
into
as
the
you
team. And
into the
if
team.
we do that across the board, we're gonna have one hell of a team.
See, yeah. Let's go into West Ham. My brother, whether we like it or not, West Ham is a team
Mm,
in 6 games, in 6 Premiership games. West Ham has lost
mm.
actually 4 in those 6 games. That's how bad and horrible West Ham have been. See, yeah, West Ham have lost to Leicester City. In the running to the end of the first phase of the Premiership, they lost to They lost to
Right?
Leicester at home actually by 2 goals to 0. They lost to
Mm,
Blackburn in the Carabao Cup actually 3-2. Now that's Blackburn who is in the Championship actually. Uh, they also lost to Crystal
mhm,
Palace 2-1 at home again. So all their home matches they've actually been losing. They played against FCSB. I think that should be in the Europa League or something like that. They won 3-0. They faced Manchester United. They lost 1-0 to Manchester United away. In fact, the last game they won in the Premiership was against Bournemouth, which is 2-0, and which was at home,
mhm,
in Upton Park, or whatever the stadium they use now these days.
mhm.
Ola, do you
London
think
Stadium.
London Stadium? Yeah, Ola, do you think West Ham are in the right mental state to actually meet Arsenal at this time? With everything I've given to you, do you think they have the mental strength to actually harm Arsenal come tomorrow in the evening?
Right. You see, everything as you was making that list, the more you said about that list, the more scared I got. Because this is Arsenal. Every time a team is on a losing run and they need that win,
And they need
Arsenal
that win
shows
with
up.
the ones to actually give them that
I
opening,
call
right?
Arsenal Santa Claus Arsenal.
Oh
There
my
you
God! And
go.
it's Christmas,
There you
and
go.
it's
You've been
Christmas
an
season,
Arsenal.
right?
You've,
It all checks out now,
and
man.
it's Christmas. Santa Claus time, yeah?
Santa Claus time is time to dish. It's time to dish
Exactly.
out the gift,
Exactly.
right?
You know?
Mm.
Christmas might come early it might come at the right time for West Ham. We
For
don't know.
West Ham, right?
So I'm not expecting us to I'm not expecting us to go over there and lose. Look,
Mm.
we have a set way of playing, and I've kind of noticed it even in the friendlies that we've had, and when I
Yeah.
caught up with it, um,
Mm.
we have a set way of playing, right? And
Yeah.
the personnel that we've got at the moment, they know that pattern now. They know
Yeah.
what everybody kind of knows what they where they need to be, what they have to do. But at the same
Mm.
time, I worry. These games like this, especially being a derby game, West Ham don't really care for us like that. I feel like a lot of their fans that they have that little respect for Arsenal. You know, at least more so than Tottenham. Anyways, I know they don't. They definitely don't like. They definitely don't like
Yeah.
Spurs. But
Mm.
West Ham, every time we've played them, they've majority of the time made it at least competitive over the last
Yeah, yeah,
couple
yeah.
seasons. Anyway,
A
I
couple
mean
of
they've kind of stepped
seasons,
up.
yeah.
You
Although
know,
we always beat them in a way anyway.
yeah,
We always find a way to actually beat West Ham in a way, but it's always very
we
competitive, right?
we do, but they make it difficult for us. They make it
Yeah.
difficult for us.
Mm.
I'm expecting a win. I'm expecting a win from that game, but at the same time, like I said, as much as I'm expecting a win, I'm not expecting a dazzling performance.
It
If
does in
that makes
performance, right?
sense. I'm more looking at a professional sort of win, especially in them two games
Mm.
with Brighton and West Ham that we've got coming up. I'm expecting professional performance because we just haven't performed together as a team in six
Yeah.
weeks. So because of that break, we won't know if that break has helped us more than hurt
Yeah.
us
More than
until
hurt us, right?
we play them games. Until we play
Yeah.
them games and we see the situations that everybody's in.
The
I don't know what's
situation,
going on
yeah.
with Saliba. If Saliba is going to be, if he's going to be back with the team and ready to play,
He's been in the
I would
training
like to see him ready
facilities,
to
right?
play because he didn't really do anything for France.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he didn't really do anything for France. So
But again, I don't really
I'm
blame
expect I'm
Saliba, right? I don't really blame Saliba because
mm.
Saliba is a young player. We keep still forgetting that this guy is not 24, 25, 26, 27. This is a
Oh
young
yeah,
guy. He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
young dude.
No,
He
no,
still
that
has
I'm not.
lots of time to
Mate,
still.
Tony, trust me. There's no
Mm,
blame. Tony, trust me, there's no blame on my side for
mm,
Saliba not playing in the World Cup. Every time I
mm.
saw Saliba on the French bench, I was happy like a pig in doo doo. Trust me, I was so happy. Just see Saliba there on the bench.
On
No,
the bench, sitting down, chilling.
I, I was, well, yeah,
Because
you know what I mean.
if
It
that
it
guy goes
warms my
down,
heart
Arsenal
every
we're in
time I see him
trouble,
on the
man.
bench.
I'm telling you, if that guy goes down, we're in trouble. We're
We
done.
will be screwed.
We're screwed, man. We're done. If that
We will
guy
be
eventually
screwed.
falls off,
So it's definitely he's definitely a player that we need in the team to carry on progressing the
mm,
way we've been progressing. And I feel like there's a little competition between him and Gabriel in terms of scoring goals, maybe nicking up clean sheets and stuff. It's nice when you see both of them. Both of them are adding goals to their game.
to the
And
game, right?
when you have two centre backs that like to at least give themselves that little target that I'm gonna score five goals
Yeah.
this season
Mm,
maybe off a header. If he scores five, Gabriel scores five because they're competing. That's good for us
that's
because
healthy
we're the one that's
competition,
gonna
right?
get the
It's healthy,
benefit
right?
and reap the benefit
Mm,
of that, right?
mm.
Healthy exactly is good. It's good for the team
It's good
when
for the
those type of
team.
competitions are going on. So if they set those target between them, it just makes it all the better for us, man. So
All the better for us, right?
uh
Okay, you know what?
the
Yeah,
one
before
that
we
that
okay, yeah.
the one that no the guy that really gets that I'm not sure in terms of his focus and concentration. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Is
Mm.
Ramsdale. Ramsdale for me, I've been
Ramsdale.
worrying about him the last.
Okay.
Yes, 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 yes,
Why?
and I'll tell
Why?
you why.
Yeah.
Um, what one thing that I feel, especially going on this World Cup
Mm.
trip that it went to, um a lot of people did think maybe you should have got the nod over Pickford, right?
Hmm.
What that does for his mental coming back, coming back to he didn't kick a ball for England. You see what I'm saying? So what
Yeah.
that does for his
Definitely.
mental is what I'm You know what I mean? What I'm
Yeah.
worrying about.
What? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And if he
Yeah.
comes back and wants to prove Southgate wrong, then that's good for us. If his head is down in the dumps because he didn't really get that chance
That
to perform
chance
for
to.
England,
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
just you just you just
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
And this
You
is what I'm
just
saying. We
never
won't
know,
know
right?
how these players have come back.
I've come
You
back,
know,
and
whether they
mostly at the
disappoint, whether
time,
the heads are
mostly,
down, whether the focus is
and
not there.
all these things is happening at the time when most of these guys, yeah, their mental imbalance coming in from the World Cup, it still lingers around. It still
Yeah,
lingers around. So I really do see where
yeah,
you're coming from, but again, I really do think that Aaron Ramsdale, uh, I think, is a mentally balanced guy in a way. Personally, that's how I feel. That's how I see him. I see him as this strong character.
yeah.
He's always that one at the
I
back,
mean,
always like leading the line,
we
always
we
like shouting directions here and there. So I still do feel that he has a more he has a more higher kind of like uh, mental shield around him. That's how I
higher
see him.
ceiling in
Because
terms of
he's a very vocal
yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, Tony, this is unprecedented. We've never been in this situation
We've never been in this
where
situation before.
the league gets stopped for 6 weeks. We've
Mm,
never been in this situation before, so it's all guesswork at the moment, and
mm.
a lot of people that will say, "Oh, Ramsdale will be fine if he isn't." 2020, in
2020.
hindsight is exactly, is a
Yeah.
gift. So you just don't know until we see it happen. But
Mm,
for me, the reason why I said I worry about Ramsdale
yeah.
is one of the most important players for us.
He is. He
One of the
is.
most
He
important player
is.
for us,
He is.
especially in the way that we play,
Hmm.
at the back
At
and
the
the
back,
distribution, finding players
distribution, transition,
on the
everything.
wings that far up of the pitch.
Mm.
So he's extremely important to us,
It's key. It's key
and that's why I worry about him. As long as he
about him
comes back and is fine, and he does what he does, I'd be happy with that.
with that,
Um,
right? Mm. Mm.
Again, question for you: do
Yeah.
you think we should be looking at a goalkeeper in this in this window or the summer? And do you think
Hmm. That.
Turner's is a good enough backup? I want to know your opinion on Turner. Say Ramsdale was took an
Hmm.
ACL today.
You see what? Yeah.
What's your view on Turner?
You see what? Yeah. Turner as a goalkeeper. Mm, he's kind of like just an average goalkeeper to me. Although I have to say
Okay,
this, the Arsenal fan base were quick to judge him when he came. When he had that little mistake.
that's what we do.
That's you
That's what
understand
we do.
the lashings this guy got, the backlash this guy got just in his first, then the guy was nearly,
Bro,
it's just like
it's
dead on arrival. That kind of, that kind of a thing, dead on arrival. So, but the thing there was
yeah.
that, after subsequent matches, mostly in the Europa League, he showed his class for us. At least it helped us, at least saved some. He had some high profile saves in that Europa League game. There was a game we played with the Minnows. I think the ones
Mm,
from is it these Danish guys or this? I've forgotten. There's a particular team we played. I think in the second game, in the second and fourth game in the Europa League, those guys were quite.
mm,
They came out quite. Fighting. All guns blazing, but. He came out with some very, very magnificent
mm,
saves. So I think for now, it's not a priority area, mostly because Aaron Ramsdale is not really that kind of guy to just tear an ACL today or have his fingers cut off tomorrow, something like that. He is strong. He's mentally balanced. He's always healthy. He hardly gets into injury or something like that. Throughout last season, I think he only got an injury
mm.
once or so. So he's really a very strong guy down there. I think Arsenal should go into the market for a new goalkeeper in the summer. because right now it's not a priority area. So any funds they want to use now, I don't want them to dedicate it to a goalkeeper right now. I want all funds to be diverted to the areas of need right now, areas of necessity that we actually need right now in in that Arsenal team. The striking position still remains one of the biggest ones that we really have to look into. A backup for Thomas
Well,
Partey.
top priority, really.
See, yeah, or like we always keep forgetting about this Thomas Partey stuff because miraculously, Thomas Partey hasn't been injured this season for a long time, and Arsenal fans, we just totally
Yeah, yeah.
forget about what this guy is all about in an
Oh,
Arsenal
trust
shirt.
me.
You did not
I did not
forget,
forget
right?
at all because Thomas Partey was very, very instrumental to us last season. It was one
Yeah.
of the reasons we didn't get top four because he
Mm.
wasn't available for us.
It was
Um,
absent in most games.
and we had to rely on Sambi Lokonga. And the gap, the gulf in
The
quality
matching
between
is
Sambi
just,
Lokonga and Thomas
it's too
Partey
much. It's too much.
is deserts apart. You know,
Oh,
it's too
it's
much,
too
and
much. It's too
we
much.
can't sustain that. You know,
We
it's not
can't
sustainable
sustain that. Mm,
to have that much golfing quality.
mm,
Like I said, I'm hearing Savage. I don't know how true that is, but I've heard one or two grumblings about Savage.
mm.
I still hope the case for Tillemans is still open.
Yeah.
I'll take Tillemans. If we could bring in Tillemans, and I said to you before, um, Thomas Partey is a teammate, international teammate. Kudus,
Mm.
I'll take that lad as well.
Kudus is good.
So
Kudus is
there's
good.
some options that, uh, yeah, it's definitely better than the Conga from what I've seen. Um,
Mm.
but for me, I just
Actually, I'm hearing in the
if I had
market
to
that
pick one,
Arsenal.
if I had to
I'm
pick
hearing
one,
that Arsenal is in the market for Adrien Rabiot, the French midfielder. He's a veteran. He plays for Juventus also. And mind you, Juventus is
Arsenal's
having
been in the market for this
financial
guy
problems
for
right
like
now.
20 years.
I don't know, but I heard that they've
Arsenal
reignited
gets
that
linked with this guy every
every
window, man.
year, every year. Every year, we're always linked to Adrian Rabiot. I just hope
Yeah, I mean
this
every
one is
every
real.
every year, man.
Every
Every
year,
year.
man. So I don't know. That Milinkovic Savic rumor, I don't know. It's getting stronger. But one thing I
You,
do
you know
know
you know
about,
you know what I'd prefer. You know what I'd prefer?
what would you prefer?
Tillemans. And I'll tell you why.
I
He's
have my
already in the
doubts of
league.
Tillemans, man.
He's already in the league. We are at the point in the league now where we don't have time for acclimatization. Right? We don't really have that much time for that. We need you to drop in the league,
Drop in
hit
the
the
league,
ground running
yeah. Get
straight
get get the
away.
ball rolling straight
There's
away.
no, filling up
No
time. There's no
integration
time for
period.
that.
No,
We're
yeah,
top of
no
the league.
time.
We're
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to
We're
stay
fighting for
there.
the league. Mm,
We're trying to stay there. And as a professional footballer, even though you don't know some of
mm,
the this, that, and that of the team,
yeah,
as a professional footballer, all you have to do, you put this, you get to see the pattern of play. The coaches will tell you this is where they play. I see Ericsson soon as he put put pen to paper, he was wearing the Manchester United shirt for them, and he just started playing. And
yeah.
sometimes, and I think that's because he knows the league. That's number one. Number
Number
two,
one, yeah.
like I
Mm,
said, a professional footballer. So for me, I see why people and I get your reservation for
mm,
Tillemans, right?
yeah.
But for what we need
Mm,
right now is a player that wouldn't need acclimatization, that knows the intensity of the league, that knows some of these defenses that he's going to be playing against. It's not like he's just going to be starting to get briefed
yeah,
on some of
yeah,
these
I
defenses that
get
he's
it.
going to be
But
playing
easily
against.
we just forget that we have a
He
Smith
knows this
Rowe.
guy.
We've forgotten that we have a Smith Rowe who is coming back from injury. they play almost the same
I heard there
kind
was a
of.
setback. I heard they had
It could
another
be
setback.
rumors. It could just be rumors. What I heard is that he's in training
Could
and
be
he's
rumors.
playing
Yeah.
quite well. So if he comes back, I don't really see
Okay,
a Tillemans. I don't really see a Tillemans breaking into that team just like that.
but they play two different roles. Don't you think they're playing two different roles? Because for me, ESR can play off the left, like where Martinelli plays, and he
Hmm.
can play in a 10.
He
He
can
can
play
also
in a
play in a
10. He
10.
can,
You know,
yeah.
so
Hmm. Hmm. He can actually play in a
and I
Zaka
think
role
the
also.
eight, no,
He can play in a
yeah,
Zaka
that's the
role
eight role,
also.
so he can play there
Mm.
too. But he can't play in a six. I don't see Smith Rowe playing in a six.
I don't think
For
so.
me,
No,
you know what I mean.
no, no,
I don't see
no.
him
He's not
doing
that kind of
anything in the
player.
six.
Mm.
We it's not, you know. So for me, we need that player. And the only reason I'm more towards Tilliman is because we were so close to getting him in the summer and we couldn't make it happen. I
But
think
then
maybe
you
we're
need to
gonna
check their
try and go for him
performances,
again.
right?
And
But again, you need to check their performances. His performances in the
I
World
mean,
Cup
it's
was
not
a
it's
bit abysmal.
Tilliman's.
It was abysmal. I didn't like his gameplay.
Remember
It
what I
wasn't
said to
that
you.
technical. He
Re-
couldn't
re-
adapt at all to any of the
remember what.
challenges that was given to him, my brother.
Mm. They say ESI in 6. Big up BX Gunner 81, man. They say
BX
ESI
good
in
in the
6 is
house,
early
man.
retirement. For real. I agree with you. Early retirement, man. And I see what you're saying about Tillemans and his performance and stuff like that. I've said this to you before.
Yeah.
I don't care what any player is doing, where they're coming from. All I care about is what you do when you put the Arsenal shirt on. That's
What you
when
do,
I will
yeah.
judge you. That's what
Mm,
I will judge you on. You know what I mean?
on. Mm,
I don't get I don't this Danilo that we're linked to. I don't know
yeah.
what he plays like. I've never seen him. I don't watch Brazilian football.
Yeah, but he's a
They say he
decent
plays in
player. He's a
Palmeiras.
decent
I've
player.
never seen Palmeiras play. But
But he's a decent player. I've seen
my
him.
point is because I don't know what he
Mm,
does over there.
yeah.
I will only care about what he does when he lands, sign the contract,
When he
and wear
lands
our
and
shirt.
yeah, yeah,
That's when
yeah,
I will
yeah.
judge him. And with
Mm,
Tillemans is not going to be no exception. The only bonus that I got is at least I've got to see what Tillemans plays like in the Premier League. Now, what Tillemans plays like in the Premier League versus what he'll play like in the Arsenal team are two different things because he has two different types of
yeah, yeah,
instructions
yeah. And
from two
he
different
has
managers.
players that
He's
can
got
actually help him. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got he's
yeah. I
got a
get
whole
that.
different team with a whole
Mm,
different system
with
to
a whole
to
different
play.
vibe to help him
Maybe
out, right?
different sort of coaching to
Mm,
help him with his positioning could be
mm.
there. So there's plenty of pluses that Tillemans could gain just by joining Arsenal because there's literally better players in better positions with better passage of play, and then that will make Tillemans shine just that little bit more. Who
But you know
knows?
what?
I don't know.
But you
I'm
know
just
what,
projecting.
Ola, yeah. But you know what, Ola, yeah. I'm tired of Arsenal having all these
Mm,
smallish, less than 6 foot plus players. I'm tired, man. Sometimes these guys they bully them out of the park at times in the
mm,
middle of the park most of the time. Look at Odegaard. Sometimes part of the criticism he has in his game is a good mover of the ball. It's a good passer of the ball also. But part of his criticism is that
mhm.
sometimes he just is easily bundled off the ball. Less strength, less
Yeah.
tenacity. Is a bit
Mhm.
fragile to me. So I want a midfield marshal. A general who's there, an enforcer, someone who cannot be easily bullied out of the park. A strong guy, fierce looking, not cute. I don't need cute guys down there. I don't need this cute. Tillemans is too cute. I,
Mm.
I need very, very ugly 6 foot big strong macho guys like freaking ugly so that when these guys are playing, when you meet this kind of player, you're meeting a brick wall. That's what I want. I don't want this cute guy
Yeah, you remember
just
you
start playing
remember
cute football. I want a midfield marshal that's strong, hard to bully off the ball, and it's fucking ugly. That's what I want. Those are the kind of players I want right now in that middle. And you know what? Yeah, Milinkovic Savic. fits that billing for me. He's tall, he's huge, 6 foot plus. Is a bully. When you see him, he's a bully. He's tall, 6 foot plus, ready to fight, ready to battle, hard tackling. That's what I want. I don't know if you feel what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, 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 100%. I was gonna say, if you remember talking about not so like ugly someone that plays football in that manner.
I'm
You,
sorry,
you're
my
talking the like you're
semantics
talking
and
the likes of
vocabulary might be very horrible, but
no,
bro,
no,
that's
no,
what
no.
I
I'm
need,
I'm
man.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it because I, I I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm,
Someone that just has that grit, and for me,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Savage kind of fits that bill, and I
Mm,
know what you're saying about Tillemans, right?
mm.
But Tillemans is a is just I don't want to advocate for him too much because there's like I said, there's a
Yeah.
host of players that I would like in that position. I've mentioned
Hmm,
Kudus,
hmm.
I've mentioned Savage.
I'm
Tillemans
even
is another
hearing Declan
option. I just
Rice in
prefer
some
that because
cases.
he's used to the league.
Mm. I'm hearing Declan
Yeah, I
Rice
don't
in
know if
some
we're gonna be able
quarters.
to afford that guy, man. I mean,
That's true.
yeah, I mean, and with Declan Rice, I don't know if West Ham would be
It
even
would be
looking to
willing to actually
entertain,
let him go, right?
selling him.
That's another thing.
I don't see them entertaining
I
it,
don't
man.
see them selling. But
Um,
you know what? Yeah, let
but
when
yeah,
we
like
come
you
to
said,
sales,
if you
man,
want
it's
a
a
brick
different
wall,
ball
then
game, man.
Savage is the guy. He does fit that bill.
It fits that bill. It's tall. Is it
I
might
agree
not
with
be
you.
ugly, but he's kind of like, see, the aura you get around that guy. Yeah, you know you're meeting a brick wall. You know you're meeting a bully, someone who would bully you out of the ball.
Remember,
I think that's what Arsenal needs right
do
now.
you
We
remember
don't need
Gabriel
these cute,
Paulista?
cute playing guys. We need tough, strong people in the middle of the park. When you see them, when you see their faces, you know they're angry. You know they're coming to clear the ball, away from you. You know they're coming to take that ball, take it, and go create something more productive. As for me, that's what I want. But of course, if Arsenal faithfuls want these cute guys to just come and look at the mirror while playing football, well, good luck to the Arsenal faithfuls, man. But I know what I'm advocating for, man.
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Like you said, it's not so much about cuteness. For me, obviously, we all want efficiency.
Efficiency, yeah, yeah.
Efficiency is is the main thing that we need from these players.
Hmm.
Um, just come, you do your job 100%, and the results will come.
The
If that's
results will
being met,
come.
you
Yeah, the
do the
results will
basics
come.
properly, the
And the
results will come
results
with
will
it.
come. That's it. But you know what? Yeah, let's talk about this game first. Yeah, and let's talk about the players that we do have, because this one where we're talking about all this Tillemans, all this Milinkovic Savage. See, yeah, that's January, right? Until we can be able to lay our hands on these guys or round. But right now, let's make do with what we have. But let's look at the opposition first. What are the threats that West Ham could pose for us tomorrow? See, yeah, they play a 4-2-3-1. See, yeah, in the at least the person leading the line for
Mm.
them is an Italian striker called Scamacca. I don't know if you know this guy.
I
He's a
wanted
pretty
that
much
guy.
efficient guy.
I wanted
Is
him in the
good. Is
summer.
skillful. Yeah, is skillful. He can really kick the ball. Is a bully when it comes to trying to grab the ball. From defenders. He's scary. He's tall, 6 foot plus at least. He's lanky. He looks scary. He can actually go for the ball. He leads his team from the front. Although he hasn't been finding the back of the net in recent games, Bowen has also been favored. Also by their coach for West Ham. Uh, but somehow they've not been. Skamaka hasn't really been scoring goals this season, but you can see his gameplay, how he runs for the ball, how he tries to run the channels, is a strong guy. Where do you think the threat for West Ham is going to come? I'm also hearing from some quarters that Antonio might be injured. I don't know. Skamaka might also be injured. Only God knows. But if Antonio should be playing and Skamaka should be playing, and they play a 4-2-3-1 with Paqueta, the Brazilian player, Paqueta, playing just in behind of Skamaka most times. That's how they set up. So, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think this poses enough threat to Arsenal Football Club when we meet them tomorrow?
Yeah, they're definitely a threat. I wanted Skamaka in the summer when we were linked to him.
Mm,
You see sometimes when he hits the ball and the way he hits the ball.
mm,
Skamaka, when he smacks the ball stays hit. He's just one of those guys.
mm.
Whether it's on target or not, it's a different thing. But when he hits the ball stays hit and it
The
goes,
boss.
at a very, very frightening pace. Um,
Yeah.
you know, he's a strong player, but like people are saying in the chat, these guys could be injured. Well, but when you ask who's the threat,
Mm.
Declan Rice is definitely one of those guys. Um,
Yeah.
but he
Yeah.
can. The only problem is he can't do it on his own. He can't
He
do it on
can't do
his
it
own.
on his own,
Um,
right? Yeah.
Paqueta is another one that
Is
knows how
another
to
is a
thread that ball in between the
mm,
lines. Um, you know, is another one that can cause a little bit of trouble here and there, and
mm,
he's a good set piece taker as well. So
yeah.
that's just something that we need to be wary of. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, you know,
They also have Benarama. Benarama is
it'll
a
be,
good player. He plays on the right. He could form a
yeah,
little
yeah.
partnership with
Ben Rama,
Bowen and Paqueta.
they've got players that can hurt you.
That can hurt you,
They've
yeah,
got
if you're
players
not
that can
careful,
hurt
right?
you if you're not on your
Mm,
game. You know,
mm.
if you're not on your game, if you don't bring your A game, they got
If you
players that
don't
can
bring your
definitely
A
hurt you.
game, yeah,
So
yeah.
these are where we need to be careful and be on our P's and Q's and make sure that you know everything that we do, every decision we make on the pitch are for the right reasons.
Are for the right
It's
reasons,
just
right?
basics of football. All the 5 yard passes we can't be doing on we can't be making like unforced errors. That's the one thing that I feel like we've been cutting out of our game for a
Hmm,
little while now. On
hmm.
forced errors, the amount of times that we just give the ball away, 5 yard passes, 10 yard passes, we just give it away. That's been gradually
Mm,
reducing in our gameplay.
no gameplay.
But we don't know if that's going to creep back in because we've been away for 6 weeks. So there's just a lot of unknown quantity at the
Yeah,
moment.
at
But
the
once I
moment, right?
see what we do against West Ham, you can start to build a picture of how we relaunch our season. Because let's
Hmm.
face it, these two games against Brighton and West Ham, they're gonna be like preseason games. They're gonna be like preseason games because we've been away for so long,
For
you
so
know.
long, man.
So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, because we've been away for so long, it's gonna feel like preseason game, and that's how I feel, anyways. But the only difference is these preseason games got 3 points at stake. There is massive stakes, you know,
Massive stakes. Ola,
in this game. So
before we get into the massive
we
stakes, before we get into that massive stakes you're talking about, yeah,
Mhm.
let's look at what BX Gunner says here. In the chat, yeah, Michi Boy, big ups to you. LVFCTV, my guy Baz, of course, in the chat. Big ups to you, Baz, and BX Gunner, who's here with us. Big ups to you. You know what, yeah? He asked a question. Just look at it. It's relating to what we're talking about Ramsdale. But I think this is very important. I wouldn't expect him to either.
Mm,
Ramsdale needs to be
mm.
pushed to his best by competition.
Yeah, and this is where the talk of focus, what I was
Hmm,
telling you about earlier on.
hmm,
This is where
hmm,
that comes in because not
hmm,
having that competition could it works back into the team
It walks
every
back
time,
to the team. Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And
Mm,
I, you know, who knows? Who knows? I like Ramsdale a lot, and this
yeah,
my thing here is by no means trying to slander up Ramsdale. It's
I get
just
you, man.
me
Mm.
expressing concerns. It's just me
Concerns about.
expressing concerns,
Mm, mm,
because he's
mm.
been away and he wasn't able to get into the England team, even though a lot of people were touting him to start for England. He
To
didn't even
stop
get
for
he
England.
didn't kick a
Mm.
single ball. So I don't know what that does for his mental. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. But if we get the proper Ramsdale back, we're gonna be fine. We will be fine,
But
no
again,
problem.
but
Again, we'll see that at
but
West Ham and
again,
see how we
Ola, do
do.
you think we should be going into the market to be? Do you think we should be going into the market to be getting a backup for Ramsdale right now? Is that a priority? Is that kind of like a priority type of necessary
I
signing we need to do right now in January?
I'll
Is
look.
that a
I'll probably
priority area?
revisit that in the summer. No,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I'll revisit that in the summer. I think maybe Turner can do a job. The only problem we have now is
Hmm.
I think at this stage of the competition, especially going into Europa League, you know,
Yeah.
um, knockout stages,
Hmm.
Ramsdale is not going to be playing just Premier League games now. He's going to be playing Europa League games as well,
As
right?
well.
Because
Hmm.
now this is where the first teamers that plays in the Premier League are going to start
Hmm.
playing in the Europa League.
True.
All those
True.
players that we saw play in the group stages of Europa League, they're going to drop to the bench.
Hmm.
They're all going to drop, especially those fringe players. They're all going to drop to the bench, and the
Yeah.
first team players, they're the ones that's going to take over now. Start
No.
trying to get us further down the line in the Europa League
Hmm.
competitions.
Yeah.
So you know, uh, I want to see what Ramsdale is like, and I
It's like.
hope, I pray that we get the right Ramsdale back. His mind is on it. His game ready to
Hmm.
go. We see the advert for Haaland, how he was bored, how he was just raring to go. He's
It
begging
was
De
ready,
Bruyne, please
ready
come
to
back from the
go.
World Cup. You saw the advert,
I call him
right?
Ivan Drago.
I look at that cup game we just seen.
My brother, man, he's ready.
You know,
That guy's
he
ready to
was
rip
he
teams
was
apart,
raring
bro.
to go. He was
Why,
hungry.
why in trouble, man?
This
Why
is
in
gonna be
trouble,
dangerous.
bro?
You
Why
know,
in trouble, man?
and
I don't.
and and a lot of City fans, they might they might be thinking that we don't know what he's gonna be like. But
Hmm,
what would this break do to him? This guy is hungry,
he's
and
hungry.
he's gonna get
I
fed.
can see it.
He's gonna get
He's
fed
gonna
game
get
time.
fed,
All he
right?
wants is game time right now.
Oh,
I just want to
oh
play
my
games.
God. Oh,
You see the advert? Erland just wants to play games.
oh my God, man. Seeing that, man, it really cuts deep, bro. It cuts deep, and even the worst part of the whole scenario is that they now have a World Cup winning player who has now come back
Mm.
from that Argentina, theatrics down there in the World Cup in Qatar. Come back, is a centurion, is a champion, is a World Cup winner. Right now, he would look at his stock in the market as actually equal. He would actually be looking at Ellen Ireland as his equal. He's won the World Cup. He's been at the biggest stage
Mm.
and won the World Cup. That's Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez is a big name striker right now. He actually scored goals in the World Cup. What does this do for Man City actually? Because right now they have two of the most deadliest
Yeah,
strikers in the league. And that's what and Arsenal is going against this guy and Ivan Drago at the same time. Ola, what do you think before we go into Arsenal
yeah.
players?
I mean, we need we need we need to go and get our own Rocky. We need to go and get our
Yeah,
own
yeah,
Rocky.
yeah. We need to
So
go get Rocky,
it
right?
might not be as big as Evan Drago, but yeah, we definitely need to go and sign a Rocky, man.
Yeah,
You
we,
know what I
we need
mean?
a
Because
Rocky,
the
man.
Jesus we have right now is not performing miracles.
It's not
I mean,
performing, bro. It's
the
not
Jesus we have
performing,
right
bro.
now is not performing miracles.
Man,
So we
that was a
definitely need
good
to go and get
that's a
Rocky,
good
man.
one,
And
Ola. That's a good one, Ola. But with the whole rumors you're hearing
yeah, man,
outside now,
Rocky.
see, yeah, when you came the last time you came to the show, the rumors were with Vlahovic, same usual,
Hmm.
names, Yao Felix and the rest. Right now, it's clear that Arsenal spoke to Jorge Mendes. That's the guy that is the agent of Yao Felix, actually. And this guy is known for his extortionist theatrics when he deals with clubs most times. Of course, he's Ronaldo's agent also. But forget Ronaldo right now. They said that they had Arsenal had a meeting with the representatives of Yao Felix, and now Atletico Madrid is getting desperate
Hmm.
right now to let Yao Felix go.
Mm,
That they're even ready to give him out on an
mm,
£8 million loan outlay for any club that'll come and take him and buy him at the end of the loan
mm.
period. But they're okay with a loan first for 8 million.
Yep.
do you think do you think we should go
Yeah.
for this guy? Are you ready? Or do you think we
Yeah.
should
I
just
mean,
or do you think we should just go for the normal one that won't cost us big money? Turam is there. There's a so-called guy called Turam, plays in Germany. Uh, this guy is ready to play. There's also another guy, Kolomwani. Kolomwani is also a good player. I like him. His French theatrics was also
Mhm.
very, very okay. What's in your mind, brother? Tell me, what's in your mind?
um, this Jao Felix situation, it gets better and better every
It
time.
gets better and better,
Very,
right?
very interesting, and I think he's a
Mm,
high-profile player.
mm,
It's a high-profile player, and we've done business with Atletico Madrid before. We secured Thomas Partey from them, and brought Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid, despite them not wanting Partey to go. They didn't want him to
yeah,
leave,
yeah.
but we managed to get that deal done. So I think having that relationship with them, where we've done transactional business with them, I
Mm,
think that might play a part in us being able to secure Joao Felix. Um, I mean, if money is like the stumbling block, I don't know. That's for the owners and the people in charge to sort out. But I think
yeah.
in terms of the player himself and the profile of the player, I like the profile. I like the player
Mm,
himself. I like um the way he operates on the pitch, and I think he'll suit us very, very well. Um
mm.
and to me, he's a very, very intelligent player when you
So,
see the way he
so,
plays
so it's a Yao
football.
Felix for you, right? It's a
But
Yao Felix
again,
for
I
you, right?
don't watch Atletico Madrid week in, week out.
Mm,
Um, so I'm just going off kind of what I've seen in the World Cup and on clips and stuff. Again, I wouldn't judge him until he puts on the Arsenal shirt. Um,
sure.
but from by all accounts and what I see, just on the player himself, I don't want to really go too much into what the clubs are going to do, and that's the financial side of things. But
Yeah.
the one that I really care about, because it's not my money that is spending. All I care about is getting the player. You get me?
It's
Just get
getting
me
the
the player.
player, right?
You know,
Mm,
go get me the
mm,
player. Get me the player. Get him to sign on the dotted line. Give him a shirt. Let him
mm.
perform, and that's all I care about. That's why I will pay money to watch. I go there pay money to watch these players, and
Yeah.
Jao Felix looks like a very, very exciting player
Like an exciting
that would
player, right? If
transform
you put him around the right
the way
fold,
that we play,
if you put Yao
and I
Felix around the right fold, he'll do something
yeah,
great.
and I feel like a signing like that sends a
Mm.
message to the Premier League. It
Yeah,
definitely does.
yeah, that they should be careful about Arsenal. I really do think so. You know what, yeah, Ola, because we're soon going to round up because, of course, I know you got Christmas duties with the missus and with the kids. See, yeah, Arsenal, Arsenal lineup tomorrow. What's your take on it? How do you want to see
Mhm.
Arsenal line up against West Ham? Because Arsenal, for some reason,
Okay.
have this knack for for giving Christmas gifts. to anyone to anyone that needs a Christmas gift. We emphasize this at the
Yeah,
start of the program. See, Ola,
yeah.
with the injury we have now, yeah, which is Gabriel Jesus,
Hmm.
which team will Arteta put out that would be that would be satisfactory to you, and you would say, okay, I don't blame Mikel Arteta if anything happens in terms of the kind of players he's choosing for the game, in terms of the lineup. He put out a good lineup. That's what I want to hear.
All right.
What
I,
team will he put
I'll
out
give you.
that
I'll
will
give you.
be satisfactory to you?
Yeah. I'll give. Do you want me to give you what I think Ateta will put out, or do you want me to give you what I
Bro,
would put out
bro,
if I was
take it
Ateta?
all. Take it all. You're the sniper here. Take it all, bro.
All right. All right. Okay. I would go with. I'll go with Ramsdale in goal.
Hmm,
Ramsdale in goal.
okay.
Kieran Tierney, left back.
Mm,
Um, because I personally feel like Kieran Tierney and Martinelli, they have a
mm,
fantastic relationship on
in a
that
way.
side of the pitch, and I want
Mm,
to see more of it.
mm,
Gabriel, yeah, Gabriel, and maybe it'll be Gabriel and Rob Holding,
mm.
because I'm not sure about the Saliba situation, but I would say
But
Rob
what
Holding
makes you
and
not to be sure
Gabriel,
about the Saliba
and
situation? What
I,
makes you not to be sure about the Saliba situation?
I just don't know how much is. I don't know. I don't know how quick he's come back from France, and if he's
Okay,
really been integrated back with the team.
with
So
the
he might
team.
he might this game might come too soon for him. Yeah,
Hmm.
he might be able to make the Brighton game, but this one might be a bit too soon. So, or I could look at it this
So are
way:
you thinking of bringing in
Ramsdale in
Holding?
goal, Kieran
Are you thinking
Tierney
of bringing
left
in
back,
Holding?
Ben White. No, hold on. Ben White and Gabriel in the middle, and I'll put Tom
Okay.
Yasu on the right. So
Oh,
leave
okay.
Holding behind. So
Okay.
I'll put Ben White in the middle with
Man,
with
the cheeky
Gabriel.
way you
Put
said
Tom
that,
Yasu on the
leave
right.
Holding behind.
Yeah, leave Holding
That guy,
behind.
that guy don't suffer
Um,
for your hand, eh?
I mean, I was going to give him a chance, but then I remembered, oh, Ben White can play in both positions.
In both positions, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Ben White can play there too. So I'll bring in
Yeah.
Ben White. Then it'll be Partey and Shaka as the base for me. Then I'll go with Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, Nketiah up top. That'll be my starting 11.
Okay. So now
So
you don't want.
basically,
So now you don't
the
want to see an
the
you don't
team
want
will
to
be
see an
playing.
Nketiah down there, yeah? Yeah. Sorry, you don't want to see a Martinelli come in front.
No, I've put Nketiah up top. I've put Nketiah up top. Nketiah's up top. I got Martinelli on the
No,
left,
no, no.
Odegaard behind him,
No, see the
Saka on
question
the
I'm
right,
asking. Look at the
Shaka.
question I'm asking. The question I'm asking is,
Yeah,
do you think that
right.
Martinelli in the number nine position is more of a goal threat than Nketiah in that nine position? Because Nketiah can still come from the left. Also, if you wanted to run the channels, it can do that from the left.
Yes.
Actually, so
Um.
do you think
All
Martinelli will
right.
be more potent
The,
as the focal strike at the focal point of our strike force?
it probably will be, but what I like about Martinelli is
Hmm.
the fact that he defends for us from the back. It's one of those
Hmm.
players that he defends for us from the back, and he likes to hustle players. He likes to chase them back.
It likes to
Martinelli
hustle,
is the
right?
sort of player that he chases every
Hmm.
lost cost ball that you don't even think that he has no right to chase. He chases
Yeah,
them down.
it
He's just the
chases
type
them.
of player he is, and
Hmm.
we're gonna need him on them flanks because
Yeah.
for me, having Martinelli on those flanks locks off the likes of Ben Rama. If you're not ready to work back, Martinelli is your worst nightmare.
Is your
Is
worst
your
nightmare.
worst nightmare. If you're not
Yeah.
if you're not prepared to work back, he's your worst nightmare.
Mm.
To me is so vital to have
It's
Martinelli on
very
them flanks.
vital, right?
I don't want
Mm.
him up top. I prefer him
Mm.
on the flank because to me
Mm.
he's more potent there, and he just gives fullbacks anxiety. He gives them
Anxiety,
anxiety,
right?
and it's not just fullback. It's whoever's working with the fullback as well, whatever winger that fullback, the opposition fullback has got,
It's got.
it gives them anxiety because they got to work back. And
Mm.
they hate doing that. We know they
They
hate doing
hate
that.
doing that, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. I agree. See, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. First 11. But again, I don't know. I'm not so sure about Nketiah, man. I'm not just so sure, man. That I'm really thinking. Should we
It's
just?
who we got. You gotta go
So
with
we
who we
got.
got, man.
Again, should we just employ Martinelli to that front and see what it brings?
Nah, then what message does that send to the player? We've just signed him. Remember,
No, 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 no,
we
no, no.
literally just signed him and gave him the
Actually,
number 14 shirt.
but this is
So
not the
at
first
what
time that
point does the
Nketiah has
manager have
coming
to
from
show
the
faith in him?
left. But it's not the first time Nketiah has coming from the left. He can actually hustle. He can, run the channels through that left hand area.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus has
I
done
mean,
that. Of course, he
yes,
can do that.
I get that.
Be-
Yeah.
be- because
I
because
get that.
see, yeah, I
My
still
thing
think
is,
Martinelli is more
the
of a
manager
bigger goal
moving him
threat
from
than an Eddie Nketiah. So why put him down there when
yeah.
Martinelli can,
Yes.
have a crack?
But this is where Nketiah has got to start proving people like you and me
No,
wrong.
I mean wrong. Exactly. A
This is where
hundred, a
Nketiah has to
hundred
start putting us
pounds,
wrong.
100,000 pounds per week, bro. Yeah, bro, it's huge, man. It's huge. He has to start justifying this
You
payment.
got to start earning his money, mate.
He has to, brother. He has to, man. He has
You
to.
got to
It's
start.
100,000
Yeah.
pounds per
I
week.
agree with you. I agree with you.
It's 100,000. He has to. He has to. And even apart from that, man, the shirt, the number he's wearing, right? That that's the number of our
Mm.
hero. It,
So
it,
what?
it's big.
1 minute. 1 minute.
That's very
Mm.
big. He has to
Yeah,
do it.
man.
So, but well, Ola. Okay, what will be your final prediction for the match tomorrow? Your final prediction.
Um, I'm gonna say 2-1, a conservative 2-1.
A conservative 2-1, right? Do you think West Ham will score first, or Arsenal will score first and then go behind, or what do you think?
Um, you know what? Yeah, actually, yeah. What? Yeah, you know what? Thinking about it, we've been very good at coming back, but at
Are
the same
coming
time,
back
we've been
this
really,
season,
really good
right?
this season.
Mm.
Yeah, we've been good as well at starting fast. So
Mm.
there ain't no telling what we're gonna do. There ain't no telling. But
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'll say this. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. We score first, they equalize, and then we go and get the win.
We'll go
How
get
about
the
that?
win, right? Yeah. Okay. There's a quick comment here, Ola, from BX Gunner. He says here, I'll give Marquinhos a go on the wing and Martinelli central. Do you agree for Marquinhos to come into that team?
Yeah. I mean, if we're playing football like no offense, no offense, BX Guna. I appreciate what you're saying there, but
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is putting yourself in the position of the manager, and you've just signed this player for 100 grand a week, give him the number 14 shirt, and the opportunity arises for him to step up
To
in that
step up.
position. What are you gonna do if you start bringing an 18-year-old Marquinhos and moving Martinelli? You sending the wrong message to, and then that could just bring down the whole
That
morale
could just
of
bring
the team.
down the whole
Right?
morale.
It could derail our season behaving like that. You know what I mean? Because even professional players, they'll look at it like, hold on, what's going on here? This is some kind of
Mm.
disrespect. Bringing
Yeah.
in Marquinhos over Nketiah,
Mm.
who's been here, and then you did everything you could to sign him. I just think he'll send the wrong message,
The
and
wrong message, right?
the squad morale is of utmost importance
utmost
for what we're trying to
important
achieve this season.
to
We
achieve
need the
this season.
squad to stay together. And bringing
Yeah,
Ketia along with everybody is the right thing to do.
it's the
So
right thing to do.
I think
Yeah,
that's
guys,
the way the
you've
manager will
yeah,
go.
guys, you've
I
already
can almost
heard.
guarantee that Nketiah will start tomorrow.
Exactly. Guys, you've already heard what Ola of the Fight Week channel has just said. He predicted that Arsenal is going to win the match conservatively by 2 goals to 1 tomorrow. I'm picking a 3-1 prediction actually. I actually think it will be very easy for Arsenal to win that game tomorrow in a way. I just think that these players will just turn up and get that win. Mostly if the injuries that I'm hearing that are in the camp of West Ham, which is to Antonio and Skamaka, I think they would have, just a very, very little threat to us without those two players on. So I think we'll beat them by 3 goals to 1. But let's see again. The first and number one priority is for Tottenham Hotspurs to lose in the opener tomorrow. I really hope they lose tomorrow, Tottenham Hotspur, because I don't want any of all these guys coming at our backs, mostly Newcastle, to have any momentum whatsoever. Ola, I'll be closing the show now because I know you really need to go. Guys, yeah, I'll be having a second show where me and my other friends, Chelsea Dan, a guy from Manchester United, it's a rival show. So I'll be bringing in some of my friends from Newcastle also. If Andrew Bell, I think I have to ask Andrew Bell if he can be able to come in. The show should start in the next 22 minutes. So I will send the links to the guys I want in to pop in, and let's just talk. It's rivals football. Let's see if a guy from Manchester United is coming. Chelsea Dan should be coming here, and a host of other guys. So let's see if we can just have a friendly discussion, and it's a Christmas special also. So let's see what we can do. See, yeah, guys. Ola of the Fight Week channel. Big ups to you, my brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, shout out your channel, please. Shout out your channel, please, and let these guys go.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
give you a little follow. LVFC TV, please go
yeah, man.
and
Hey, people.
subscribe to my friend Ola of the Fight Week. Is also my countryman. Apart from being my countryman, we're also colleagues down here too. So you'll be seeing him most of the time on the shows. So go down there, Chelsea Dan, go down there and subscribe to his channel. Ola, please shout out your channel, my brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Check us out on the Fight Week Show. The Fight Week Show. Go and check us out on YouTube. Give us a follow. We're looking to do incredible things in
Mm,
2023. We speak to
mm,
professional fighters. We interview professional fighters on our channel, and then we do previews and watch alongs, and all the other good stuff that you see on YouTube. So yeah, come and check us out. We got some big interviews lined up for next year. And yeah, we if combat sports is your jam, if you love that chaos, the controlled chaos, you love
controlled
you love
chaos.
violence in the cage, yeah, we're the channel. Yeah, controlled
Yeah.
chaos, man. You know what I mean? Come and see us. Come and see us on
Yeah.
the Fight
So
Week Show.
yeah. So yeah, guys. Yeah, go and subscribe to the Fight Week channel. Of course, he's also my friend on Instagram. You can find him through that means. Just go and add him if you're a fan of football, and if you're a fan of also what he talks about, mostly the UFC and MMA. If you love fights of all kinds, he's always into it. Boxing and every other stuff. You guys know me on Chelsea OG's channel. I go there, I talk boxing. I go there, I talk UFC also and MMA too. So, of course, one of these days I'll to the Fight Week channel and chopping it up with them. But for now, it's just Merry Christmas to you guys, and join me in the next 20 minutes as I do a special show. With my other brothers that are coming onto the show. In the next 20 minutes, so you can join us on the show. I'll be doing a stream. It's just a 1 hour stream, just immediately after this one. So, Ola, please close the show for us.
People, Merry Christmas to you. Hope we secure the 3 points tomorrow. It's
Mm,
very important that we bring the 3 points back home. And yeah, hope everybody enjoys the holiday. and we'll see you guys again on the next video.
On the next video, man. Big ups to you, Ola. Ola, thank you very much, man. Merry Christmas to you and your lovely family, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. We out. Peace out.